You are a thief. If you play church instruments and collect money, you are a thief.
In some churches, when people beat drum, they pay them for beating drum. I say you're beating drum, they pay you. That's why you never be. If you're hearing me anywhere in the world and they pay you for renting service, I can tell you will never come out of poverty.
All the keyboardists in our church, the drummers in our church, the bassists, I don't pay anybody any salary. Stop that!
So you don't pay musicians in your church. For what? Pay them. That's not principle, that's stinginess. If you are stingy, keep your personal lifestyle to yourself. Don't try to influence us.
Pastor refuses to pay musicians. I heard pastor saying don't pay no musician. Any musician that plays and plays skillfully, put them on payroll.
I remember recently I was preaching in a church and I made a comment that we should take care of instrumentalists. The trouble I got from people. Why should I say we should take care of instrumentalists?
Where are instrumentalists? All instrumentalists, rise up and come. Instrumentalists, you've gone to sit at the back again. Rise up and come. Come, no, I don't want to play. No, please come. Come here. He's going to play. That's good. Come, quickly. All instrumentalists, come. God bless you. I really appreciate you guys. Stand here. Where are the rest? You are a thief. If you play church instruments and collect money, you are a thief. You are a thief. You are a thief. Satan's cousin.
Look, I get both points of the argument, all right? I understand the crowd that says we shouldn't pay instrumentalists. I understand that crowd fully. I also understand the crowd that says we should pay instrumentalists. I fully understand the premise for it. But I think that what we're missing here is this, that whether you're paying instrumentalists or not, when you have a church where, especially these churches with papas, all right, who are setting up these multi-million-dollar infrastructures in, especially when it comes to education, multi-million-dollar infrastructures in healthcare, and all they're doing is charging the same people who contributed money to be able to build this infrastructure. You have somebody who is working in your church as an instrumentalist, who is sitting down there at one corner and just hoping that someday Papa will give them a car, someday Papa will do something for them. That is absolutely no formula to deliver anybody out of poverty. The reality is this: if you are having anyone who is working with you in the ministry, who is an instrumentalist, I think that that particular person is supposed to have the same benefits as the man of God. After all of us are using our skill sets to serve God. So why should the son of the instrumentalist, and most of these guys are not even married anyway, but if they do, why would the son of the instrumentalist be going to a different school when Papa's children are going to another school? Why would Papa be in a different car? All right. Why would Papa be driving a different car when, the instrumentalist is driving in something else? I mean, so when there's this gross disparity where Papa is living in a multi-million-dollar house and the instrumentalists and they're squatting somewhere they can't even pay their rent, then don't talk to me about the fact that you can't pay these people. Don't talk to me about the fact that you can't pay them. By the way, they're not working for God, because Papa is not working for God. If Papa was truly working for God, believe me, all the money that Papa has amassed, okay, from fake prophecy, fake miracles, and seeds and first fruits and God knows what in between, you will collect that money and you'll give it to the people who desperately needs it. There's a lot of folks in church, not even out of church, right in church, who can take care of the hospital bills. Women in church who can take care of anything. You will be able to take care of them right from there. And then free scholarship for anyone who is in your church is supposed to have free education because you have the money to do so. But no, you want to buy a private jet. You want to flaunt prosperity. All right, you want to say, oh, look how I'm prospering. God is blessing me. It's not true. God is not blessing you, a thief. God cannot be blessing you. You are a thief. This is armed robbery. This is exactly how armed robbery looks like. Unfortunately, most folks will not understand this. All right. So this armed robbery basically just means that Papa is not holding a gun. Papa is holding the Bible. He's holding prophecy and he's holding fake miracles. All right. So if you're working in a church, there is absolutely no reason why you should not demand a salary. You have to demand a salary, especially if you're skilled like that. They need to pay you, because the reality is Papa is building his bank account. What's happening with your own bank account, man? No, tell me what's happening with your own bank account. Hmm? What's happening with your own bank account? Nothing. But you have to be able to make sure that you take care of you. I'm the one telling you. You sit out here and become a lunatic, and in the end of the day, when it's all said and done, Papa will say, "Thank you for your service." All right, we thank you for your service. After they've amassed trillions of US dollars, billions of US dollars in equity, they will say, "Thank you for your service," and you would have to leave. All right, and then what? And then what? While Papa is building a mega structure, they'll be retiring you, and then you sit over there, you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? And then maybe at 60, 70, you have to start all over again. That is exactly what happens when you are not thinking. See, Papa is not building anything for God. Papa is building for himself and his children. The moment you understand this, trust me, life will be better for you. If you like, you sit there. Especially those of you who call us young pastors, just sit. Don't worry about that. Sit there. Sit there. A young man called me one day and said, "Please, can I get money to pay my rent?" I said, "I cannot interfere with Papa Grace over your life, because see, your Papa owns 2 private jets. So how can I give you money for your house rent? What is the grace of Papa doing over your life? Are you mad? What is the grace of Papa doing over your life? I don't know what's wrong with people. I didn't just know what is wrong. We look, we're trying to help you. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to help you, but somehow you have to find ways in which you help us help you, man. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be in this chokehold, completely wrapped up. Like you're in some kind of a psychological delusion. You're not longer thinking. I don't know whether it's witchcraft or whatever stuff this is, but you have to be able to help us help you, because reality is, if you don't, believe me, sooner or later you'll realize that you've wasted a decade, 2 decades of your life under a man who really didn't care anything about you, who was just building an empire for himself. If he truly is working for God, he will liquidate everything he has and then hand it over to people like you and to the poor and build a community. But you see, Papa can do that because Papa has to be on top of the most richest people in Nigeria, most richest pastors in Nigeria and around the world. You know what I'm saying? They have to make that list. That's exactly what it is. You see this other young lady? Okay, well, just take a look at this.
Hi YouTube, my name's Leah Lauder and I'm a mega church cult survivor. If you've been following my content, I've been exposing the mega church cult that I was in before First Love under Dagged Mills Mustard Seed Chapel International. Right now I find myself in hospital. Sorry. You know, I don't really post much on YouTube because I always feel like I need to come on and look my best, and right now I'm actually having an adrenal crisis. I have Addison's, that's what I was diagnosed with whilst I was in the cult, and post-cult exit as well. Right now I'm in the hospital fighting for my life. I developed hyperadrenalism, Addison's, kidney disease, and I have a possible diagnosis of autoimmune disease. And this is a result of the trauma that I experienced whilst being in the cult, the church cult. They just push your body to your mind to the absolute.
You see, she's working in Ghana, all right, with I think Dang Water Mills. All right. So Dang Howard Mills, this church in Ghana, and he's complaining about being burnt out, completely burnt out. All right. I mean, that the church basically runs like a court. I don't know anything about this church, but I'm just basically going by her testimony. And the reality is, this is exactly what's happening with the Pentecostal church and all of these guys who absolutely collect people free labor and then they will milk you. I remember a couple of years ago, one of these your so-called papas came from Nigeria, and I had to be running this country. I was flying from one city to another here in the US just to go and set up their systems to make sure that Papa could go live and you know and all that. All right, I pay my way to these locations. Nobody gave anything to me. And so since I was actually behind, I could see obviously we have to switch off the cameras and basically allow the offerings and the seat and all of that stuff without being transmitting them. So only those in church could actually know what was going on. All right. We'll collect hundreds of thousands of US dollars in one crusade, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, in one crusade. I mean, obviously, how do I know? Because I was sitting in the back and counting the amount of people who came out to give $1,000 seat. I was counting the amount of people who came out to give $500, man. I mean, it was a good payday, though. It was good. It was good. I mean, this dude, man, collected tremendous amount of money. All right. The thing is, I saw folks who carried money in trash bags. All right. And there was these two guys that he came with, one of them looked like a King Kong. I mean, this guy was massively overweight, moving around looking like King Kong. And then one little one, I call him and then another one again, a little bit more skinnier. These were the two guys that will go up and count the money in their hotel rooms or wherever they counted this stuff at. And the reality is, trash bags of money, man. This is industrial scale trash bags, commercial scale trash bags. And after they counted this stuff, the whole entire counting, this is just how small the money was. I was like, damn, man. Like what? But even at that, we were still not getting anything. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they gave anybody any money. No, they were not giving us any. There was no. I never collected a penny, but I later learned that they were also sharing money with some folks, though. But I never collected anything from anybody, which I'm truly grateful for. Absolutely. But what am I saying, man? You waste 4, 5, 6, 7 years of your life building Papa's empire, and you're working as an instrumentalist in a church. If I were you in that kind of a church, I would demand payment. In the Catholic church, maybe not. But in this, your Pentecostal folks, where your Papa preach prosperity, we'll share the money, my brother. Bring my own percentage. If not, go and bring your daughters and your sons to be playing for you. You know why? Because I will go to wherever they'll pay me. You understand? I'll go to wherever they'll pay me. I don't understand how sometimes these folks are so arrogant. No, don't pay them. Don't pay them. Don't give them anything. Don't give it. So what? Because your Papa? What does it even mean anyway? You sit there and then you shout, all these guys will come and sit and then you hear them shout, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, my eyes are open, can I prophesy? It is the spirit of a shrine. It's not God. It's a spirit of a Sangoma. It's a spirit of Baba. You hear me? It's not God. All this shouting left and right, forget that nonsense, man. Focus. Believe me, collect yours. Collect whatever is due you, period. If you have to collect, because I guarantee you, if not, there's a side chick somewhere that is collecting that damn stuff. All right, people are being paid. All right, but it's not just you. And for sure, if you're working in the what do you call it, in the theater division of the church or in the theater arts division of that ministry, I'm not talking about theater like theater. I'm talking about the guys who perform fake miracles. Obviously, you're getting paid. I know that. I mean, for sure. That's the only reason why. That's the only division that they actually get to pay people. The guys that participate in fake prophecy and fake miracles, those are the guys who are being paid. But if you're walking behind the camera, you're playing instruments and you're doing any of this stuff, collect your money. Collect your money, man. If not, look somewhere else. Papa is not your savior. Papa is not Jesus. Papa, I guarantee you. And then somebody said, what? Like, you're not my son? No, they are not your son, man. And you know that the way you treat your biological kids will be very different than you treat these people and you keep calling them your sons. Sons for what? Let the visions that Papa has be for Papa and his cronies. Believe me, because if you think that you're included in that, you're wasting your time. The moment they kick you out, they'll bring their biological sons and put in the positions. All right. And then that's when you're going to understand that all of this talk about you're my son, you're my son, you're my son was nothing else but pure garbage. Let that stuff go. Prosperity, you must do something and then you're paid for the value you bring to the marketplace. And believe me, if you have value, there is a certain time in which that value will no longer be needed in the marketplace. Make sure you show up with value in the marketplace when the marketplace still appreciates it as value. You understand? You hear me? My brother Ronald, trust me, run.